The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Virtual Souls. I'm your host, Black Panther.
Boy cannot breathe in that shit, man.
No airflow in that mask.
Boy, hot.
Yo.
Oh, God.
Whew. Whew. Let me keep the mask on. Your host, Demond Curtin.
So, it's Jules Houston.
His name was good.
Welcome back to the Virtuosos. All right. So, first of all, I want to start off by saying thank you guys for the support on all social medias, for sharing, our videos, sharing our posts and things like that. We appreciate that. We got two announcements. First of all, we are trying to get the episode 2 of Loki reaction video cleared, and we are not going to be reacting to Loki episode 3 together. Unless y'all want me to come down here by myself, I'll come down here and react it, but... So we are not gonna have Loki episode 3 reaction tomorrow,
Which means we're gonna miss Victor Timely or something crazy tonight.
100%.
We're definitely gonna end up missing something important because every time we do something like this, we miss something important.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but after episode 2 is like, you keep dropping stuff like that, I'm good. I'm good on missing a week. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with one of my favorite shows that I've watched ever, Invincible. They dropped the trailer. I made a TikTok video about it. The trailer looked amazing. Season looks like it's going to be epic. So I already spoke on it on the Virtuoso's TikTok. So we're going to start with you, Jules. How do you feel about it? What did you see? What did you like about it? What did you dislike about it?
So first and foremost, you did make the video, and I remember watching it. I was just like leaving work, and I was telling people at work, like, yo, watch this trailer. Like, it was actually like a really, really good trailer. Like, and if you were excited for, season 2, it seemed like it's going to take a different direction than most of it is expected, but I don't know, man. There's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of red herrings, a lot of, symbolism, a lot of foreshadowing towards what we're going to get. And the development of Mark is very, very important. They do got some things they got to close up, obviously with Omni-Man and whatnot. But multiverse storylines, I had a problem with that at first. At first, I was so against the multiverse stuff. I'm like, I don't care about it. I watch the trailer. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Some people do it right. Some people do it like Marvel. You know what I'm saying? So, I think they're going to do it right. And, that one final thing that was shown was that Mark was saying that you guys have no hope. Just give up. The stuff like that. That's definitely going to be another universe. And if we get stuff like that, we get episodes like strictly in one universe to make you actually attached to that. That's going to be really, really good.
So, Dame, your thoughts on it? How do you feel about it?
It definitely looks good. I mean, I kind of see where I expected them to kind of go away from the Omni-Man stuff a little bit. It's probably something they attach at the end of the season, lead up to season 3. Season 3 is going to be coming like right after season 2 drops. Basically, is how Robert Kirkman made it seem. The trailer was definitely pretty cool. It's good to see Adam Eve back. There's some new characters being shown now. It seems like Mark's going to have beef with the head of that. The government agency, I forget his name from the last one. It was the one that was trying to kill Omni-Man towards the end. I think that, yeah. He seemed like he was going to be like the antagonist of the season from what it's, from the trailer, or at least be in Mark's antagonist. It seems like there's multiple. You got the multiverse guy and stuff like that. I don't know if the Mark at the end is, and I didn't even think about that when I watched the trailer. If it was a multiverse Mark, I thought it was going to be like some type of ploy by the shapeshifter.
Yep.
That was like what I first thought of, was like maybe it's that shapeshifter guy. He's doing this as Mark to try to make the world turn on Mark or something like that. Where he ends up becoming the antagonist. But I am really excited. The first season of Invincible is some of the best animated work ever put out, and I'm ready to build on the story with season 2.
Yeah, because I'm like, when Mark said that, I'm like, bro, you're not that good to be saying that. Like, you know what I mean? The Mauler twins with Immortal, they can really beat you, bro. Like,
and he was also getting worked in that trailer, too. Like, the Mauler twins was literally killing him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get about a solid 3-4 people, bro, we can beat you. Like, you're not Omni-Man. Chill. You know what I'm saying? So, next topic we're going to talk about is, we touched on a little bit of gaming here at the Virtuosos. And Spiderman game is going to be dropping at midnight tonight. Some people are already playing it. Some people already got videos out or whatever about it. Me personally, I bought a whole PlayStation for this game. Being a content creator, I want to drop content on it. I think it'll be a fun walkthrough for me and my people. So, these guys, they've been had Xboxes and PlayStations. So, Jules, how excited are you with the game? Do you see anything that you're interested in? And
It seems like there's a lot of things going on at once, which is always good for a video game to have multiple storylines and all stuff all come together at once. The fact that you could play as both characters, that's like obviously just head and shoulders above both games. The city is bigger, the map is more open now. I remember I had a problem because I remember I telling them like, "Yo, I got a brick." And like, what do you mean you got a brick? Like, I got a brick console. Like, shit, bro.
There was like a good 3-month period where Jules' console didn't work.
Dude, so like when I was about to finish it with the game, it would be like super like the frames would just drop when he was swinging like all the time. Everything I did, the frames were dropping. So if it was, I don't know if it's just me or other people, but I'm pretty sure it's just me. If that improves on my end, I'm already good because I just like just swinging, going and fighting, and doing like little side missions. But that stopped me from 100% it because I just could not get past the frame rate. I'm like.
You look like Miles, look like the comic version of Miles.
I ended up in fucking Queens because I couldn't figure that shit out. Shit was fucked. This had me fucked up.
So damn, I got a question for you, right? So we talked about it a little bit in the Discord yesterday. So how many times are you gonna use Miles way more than Peter? Right? Are you even gonna use Peter like? Bro?
I mean, we definitely did talk about it last night, and I think why Miles has the advantage. Miles Morales' version of the game, and they had the Spider-Man Miles Morales. It's just a fun character because of his abilities. You know what I'm saying? Where
is there anything
Peter
else?
is the traditional.
Anything else?
No, bro. You could handle that one.
We're on the same side of the spectrum.
But no, it's definitely gonna be one of those things. And Jules made a good point last night where I wonder if it's just gonna be where you could play as either character. Obviously, at any time you could play as them, as they showed in the trailers. But if it's just an upgrade tree, okay, I can play Miles for most of the game, upgrade him, and then when I switch to Peter, he gonna be ass. I mean,
Peter might
not
max
putting
out
in
at level
nowhere.
4. I ain't gonna lie.
No upgrades or nothing like that. But I'm really excited for this game, man. I 100% of both Spider-Man Miles Morales and Spider-Man PS4. The story looks insane. I do kind of worry that they might shoot themselves in the foot with too much going on. I don't want to lose out on Venom because they want to put in Sandman. They want to put in Mysterio as we see.
Yeah, when Sandman got introduced, and then they had what's his name? Mr. Negative, I think.
Yeah, well, Mr. Negative's back.
Yeah, Mr.
Mr. Negative's back. There's a character in there that's that's hidden in the shadows. So you never see who it fully is. So there's clearly another surprise in there. I've avoided spoilers so far. And I do think, from the reviews, it's being called the best superhero game ever made. I'm gonna trust the reviews because
better than Avengers. I think it's gonna be better than Avengers. Hold on.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Avengers, that Spider-Man update.
Spider-Man updated Avengers.
I was so geeked on Xbox. I'm like, we finally get Spider-Man. Bro, I web swinged on 3 buildings my whole experience. I'm like, I'm done,
he was
bro.
mad clunky looking.
There
was better swinging than Lego Spider-Man.
I'm done, bro.
Yeah, Lego Spider-Man is insane.
No, yeah, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'll be on there tonight. Me and Jules are going to see Killers of the Flower Moon, and I'll be on that as soon as we get
Yeah,
back.
by the time they come back, I'm gonna be done with the game. So,
I was thinking about that last night too. I was like, I'm not partying up with nobody till I beat the game. Ain't nobody about to be 6 missions ahead of me.
Word. As soon as I join the Discord, bro, you seen that one mission?
No, I swear,
done,
I'm not going for that, bro.
I'm
not getting it spoiled for me.
I'm done. So, next topic, my man's Jules went to a football game Sunday. Right? I don't want to talk about the game. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna geek his head up. So, Jules, you want to speak on? You've been to 100 NFL games already. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the record the Browns done had when the games you went to, but y'all be the undefeated team. So, y'all won. Can't say that about my team. So, you want to go ahead and speak on it?
Talking about me?
Yeah. We talking about you, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
All right, man. So listen, before we get into anything, my Browns are 5-1 in the games I went to. That's all I'm saying. But to really get into things, man, I said this last week, man. I said I had no faith in this game. I said I was gonna be home at 4:30. Cleveland's a 3.5-hour drive. Football games are 3.5 hours. So that tell you how I felt about this game. I thought we was losing that kickoff, and I was with my boy Dre, his friends. He was like, "Yo." He said, I'm about to take Browns 9.5. I'm like, crazy as fuck. You crazy nigga for real. man was like, nah, I'm going to do it. He's like, I think it'll be real close. And then I heard, Susie walked in. Like, Susie walked in. We came in pretty late, too. We were just chilling at the car. We walk in. Yo, there's a fight out there. I'm like, who? Like, fans fighting? I was like, nah. Like, Debo and started with Greg Newsome and Denzel Ward. And Trent Williams came over. Oh, of course Trent Williams came over. Care. Who cares? I said all they want to do is they want to make shit personal. That's the problem for that. Y'all want to make shit personal. Let's make shit personal. Trent Williams, you ain't do shit out there. All right, you ain't doing nothing. All you were doing all this yapping. Sherman had you shook, man. How about that, man? Sherman had you shook. How about that? And George Kittle, you want to do fuck Dallas? What about fuck Cleveland? Oh yeah, you were scared. You were scared. Cleveland. Yeah, nah. One catch. Me and you, George Kittle, we did the same amount of work. Same amount of work. Crazy work. I ain't gonna lie to you. So all this Christian McCaffrey hype, shut him down. After that first drive, shut him down. Brock Purdy hype, this dude was like, Brock Purdy get 20 yards in his sleep. He ain't never played Cleveland. So we shut that nigga down. I ain't gonna shut him down. Debo Samuel, he was out the game and he wasn't gonna do nothing. He a running back. I don't care about him. Brandon Ayuk, shut him down. He ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't gonna lie. Them 49ers, they good. They dealt with a lot of injuries throughout the game. We ain't have Deshaun Watson. We ain't have Nick Chubb. We were out of our right tackle. Our left tackle might be the worst in the business right now. I mean, come on now. Like, we were missing pieces. We had P.J. Walker going out there making some big-time throws. Mike Cooper making some big-time plays. When Jake Moody missed that field goal at the end, dude, I've never been so happy in my life because there was a 49ers fan in front of us, and he was talking crazy. He was like, watch for 8-5 is Kittle. I'm like, bro, he ain't doing nothing all game. He a glorified left tackle at this point. That's why they got him on Trent Williams' side. They be like, oh, Trent Williams doing this on that. Yeah, because George Kittle was helping the whole game because he couldn't handle Myles Garrett one-on-one. After a while, he was getting beat. But all in all, 49ers, I mean, they're still one of the best teams in the NFL. You ain't got shit on Cleveland, though. That's all I'm saying.
Shit. So I ain't gonna lie, that's 11 players on each side of the field. He done named 10 players on offense. So I don't know who did something for the Niners. I don't even know how they scored.
Dude, they got so lucky, bro. Besides, like I said, the first two drives was a Christian McCaffrey. He basically took him all the way down the field. Then P.J. Walker threw a pick to Fred Warner. And it was at the 20, and then Jake Moody ended up missing a field goal because we made them lose 15 yards. So those first two drives, the only time they actually got offense in. But other than that, they really didn't do too much of anything.
Okay. I wish my team got to win. Caleb Williams news. Speaking of, the Patriots. Caleb Williams news. He came out, or his team came out. I don't know. Somebody came out and said that Caleb Williams want partial ownership of the team that he's drafted by. Now, I'm not gonna lie, how much Caleb Williams been in the news via saying the teams he'll play for, whether he'll go back to college or not. It's kind of like a player, like, I don't know how to call it.
A player empowerment?
Yeah, player empowerment kind of thing where, like, he's that good of a prospect, you're going to have to make sacrifices for him. Now, me personally, my team probably in the race for him right now. Give him whatever he wants. If he want this wide receiver, go get the wide receiver. He want this ownership, give him ownership. He want GM, give him the GM. All that. But, for all seriousness, no. Dane, we'll start with you. How do you feel about, Caleb Williams being the talent that he is, having player empowerment to that level?
No.
You don't think so?
No. Absolutely not.
I got a better one. Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I don't care how great of a product. You can go out there and throw 70 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 6,000. I'm not giving you partial ownership as a 22-year-old, 23-year-old of my team. It's just not going to happen. That's too much power for a player. You've already seen a lot with player influence in any sport. If you're one of the greatest of all time, you get that influence. But I'm not giving you partial ownership as a rookie to just come in and own part of the team. That's insane.
Because, at that rate, if Caleb Williams gets something, next year in the draft, I might have been the number one pick. I want something too.
Yeah, what I'm saying. It spirals because as soon as that happens, what's to stop the next great guy from being like, okay, well, I want partial ownership plus this.
That's what, yeah.
I need this. I need that. Like, that's just insane. And you got to think any of the teams that are picking at the top, like, none of them should be willing to do that either way. Like, that should kill Caleb Williams. If anything, like, there's no way that a team should be like, yeah, I got to give this kid partial ownership or else he's going to leave. It's not worth that.
And if I'm George Sanders and I wait till the next year after Caleb Williams, I'm like, bro, I need partial ownership and I'll bring my dad in as the coach. You see what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that.
It just spirals. That's what I'm saying. Like Caleb Williams, for as good as he is, and he is a great prospect, he's probably the best one in a long time. But at the same, it's just like there's just no way. Andrew Luck was the greatest quarterback prospect for a minute when it happened. He didn't ask for nothing. Yeah. Same, Trevor Lawrence was the most hyped prospect ever when he came. Since Andrew Luck when he came out, didn't ask for nothing. So Caleb Williams can't just come out of nowhere and be like, oh well, I'm doing this, so you got to give me partial ownership. That's insane. Yeah. If Aaron Rodgers couldn't get it, he shouldn't get it.
To backpack off what you said, I'm not giving him partial ownership. If guys like LeBron James is not getting partial ownership, even if he's late GM, all that, he's not getting partial ownership. Caleb Williams, good luck. But you be honest, you be grateful at this point to be pick number one now because you're talking about, You want to go certain places, and the last guy that said this off the top of my head I remember was Josh Rosen. Josh Rosen did not want to go to a bad team. He kept saying that, and he literally tanked his whole draft stock. You know, going to the Cardinals, and nobody heard from Josh Rosen since UCLA. Like, realistically, let's be honest.
He's in Miami.
So sometimes you're gonna be shooting yourself in the foot saying stuff like this. You're trying to work your leverage. If this is what it takes for the Bears to take you, then the Bears will not take you. They're just not going to take you. That don't mean they're going to take another quarterback. That might just mean they stick with Justin Fields. That mean they get somebody else a chance to. If you want to offer him 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever for ownership, go ahead and do that. But us as a franchise, not doing that. I mean, as bad as our ownership has been, as bad our GMs have been, you're still a 22-year-old that we're expecting to produce on the field. That's going to be a crazy conflict. What it's telling me is that Caleb Williams doesn't seem like he wants to play football for a very long time. That's what it's telling me. It seems like he only wants to play for that one big contract. It seems like, and once he gets that, he's good. He did everything he wanted to do. Win Heisman, probably win the national championship, goal number 1, make some money. So he already making the money right now. It's not compared to what that big contract is for the NFL, but it's not like he's trying to put all his chips in one basket. If I could do 8 years at NFL, play what 110 games. I'm good. I can retire at 30 and be fine.
It really drives me crazy with that stuff too about like the people thinking that he'll just go back to college. Like nobody, I don't care who he wants to play for. He's not going back to college. That is the dumbest shit ever, man. Like there's the money difference between the NFL and college is so different.
But he's not even the highest paid NIL
That's
deal.
what I'm saying. Like,
even at quarterback alone, not even second. So
it's like I was like he's not passing up no team. I was like all he's trying to do is influence where he could go, and we've seen that before. But if a team takes you, if you're that kind of talent, they're not going to trade you away.
They're not.
It's just that's dumb. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to be bad all year, get the best college prospects since whenever, and then be like, oh well, you don't want to play for us? Okay, we'll just give you away.
No. Especially the teams that's competing for him. If he goes to the Vikings with Justin Jefferson, he want to turn that down.
There's like seven. There's like seven.
That's what I'm saying.
Teams.
If I go to the NFL draft order right now, like out of all the teams right there, the only team that makes sense for him to stay and not ask for nothing crazy is probably the Vikings, because realistically, it looks bad right now, like really really bad. I mean, you got Chicago 1-2, Denver. You probably don't want to go there. Arizona probably going to keep Kyler. I'm honestly thinking they're going to keep Kyler at this point now. New York Giants probably don't want to go there. Bad turf. New England, that might be an option depending on what they do with Bill Belichick. Then you got Minnesota at 7, Tennessee at 8, Green Bay at 9. Not taking a quarterback. Chargers at 10. The only place you could probably go
Chargers might take a quarterback.
The only place you go is the Vikings. So I mean, realistically, if you want to leverage and try to go somewhere else next year, you'll be a Chicago Bear next year too at this rate.
The Vikings would be crazy. I mean, the Vikings are like a perfect dream spot for any rookie quarterback. You got 2 top tackles, Justin Jefferson if he gets extended. Offensive-minded head coach. I mean, a rookie quarterback could thrive there. Kirk Cousins has thrived there.
Yeah.
So, you get a guy that's even more talented than Kirk Cousins, man, it could be crazy in Minnesota.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of NFL, we have our NFL segment, Star of the Week. Dame, I'm going to start off with you. Who was your Star of the Week and why?
I said Browns defense.
Dude, why? That's what I was about to say.
I said Browns defense. This San Francisco team has been called the most complete team of football all year. And they have been. They've been dominant on both sides of the ball. But Cleveland their defense is insane, and they've really, really, really showed you how to play the Niners. Brock Purdy threw for 70 yards, first all regular season loss. Christian McCaffrey, I know he got hurt, but and all that. But that Browns defense really stifled the Niners in every way possible. So I'm gonna give it to the Browns defense this week.
And I'm right with you. To backpack off what you said, we are first in NFL in least amount of yards. Well, I should say least amount of yards against us. 200 yards in a game.
And it's like the most by like 60-something.
And it's about 60 yards.
Yeah.
Next closest is the Ravens. The Ravens don't play nobody. Right there, passing defense, 121 yards in a game. 121 yards in a game, 4 pass touchdowns. We played 5 games. Less than a touchdown a game. Rushing defense. We're pretty good. I mean, 79 yards a game. It's been better teams. Obviously, teams like the Eagles always gonna be good. Browns only allowed 3 rush touchdowns all year, so really only allowed up seven touchdowns altogether on offense. Somehow only 3 and 2. But this is a defense that finally got the right pieces. I mean, I remember literally last year, JOK was not playable because he just wasn't big enough to maneuver through the tackles, because our defense tackles were, I think, like 36th, 7th, 8th in the NFL, and we only employed 3 of them. So they were literally at the bottom of the league. So when I seen that we actually upgraded our interior and we got even another guy on the edge, Darius Smith, that can actually put pressure on the quarterback. Now JOK looks like a potential defense player of the year. And I remember you were super high on him saying, like, I don't know why the Patriots ain't take him. And it's crazy because he did fall. And that one play that he made where he literally took one step back, straight vert, and tipped the ball, like, I thought he took that. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't see the ball anymore. I thought I literally disappeared on my face. So this Browns defense is ridiculous. And there's no way that we cannot make the playoffs with a defense like this. But there is a way when guys like Deshaun Watson are hurt. Nick Chubb out for the year plus some. So, I mean, chips aren't falling all in our favor, but we do got the Colts this week. Colts, who are a very, very bad team, very, very bad team. They give up a lot of yards. They are in high-scoring games most of the time, usually battling back through garbage time yards. I don't think that's possible against the Browns, but anything can happen. So we're heading in the right direction, I would say.
I'm going to go my player of the week. I'm going to give it to Jared Goff. And I ain't going to lie, I usually be clowning Jared Goff crazy, especially after the Patriots beat them in the Super Bowl. I'm like, yo, is this the quarterback y'all was talking about? He goes to the Lions. He's like, he is like the media coverage that Brock Purdy get is the media coverage that Jared Goff should get.
Yeah. Easily.
Jared Goff is out there. The Lions are 5-1. Like, they're gonna be a top 3. They could be a top 3 seed in the entire. Well, actually, they're gonna easily be a top 3 seed. The rest of the division not good. They're 5-1. You got the Niners and Eagles just coming off losses. They look like the best team in football right now. I mean, they look like the best team in football. Yeah. So I got to give it to Jared Goff. Lions is doing their thing over there. James Williams just came back from suspension. He's gonna get into the kick of things.
Crazy touchdown catch too.
But
the ability to readjust.
Speed, like the fact that they have him and Jahmyr Gibbs, their definition of speed is just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. That's like that first route that he hit, that comeback route.
Jamel Dean literally didn't know where to go.
What the fuck is that? It didn't even like he flipped his hips. Like he literally just like he's like this. Jamel Dean's still going forward, and like the ball is short, but. I mean, like, nobody can cover it. You cannot cover that unless you pass interference. And I got a hot take. I got a hot take for y'all. There's only 2 teams in the NFL that could beat the 49ers in the playoffs. It's the Browns and it is the Lions. I'm going to be honest. The Lions can beat the 49ers at home or on the road. They have the perfect team. They got the run game. They got the deep threat. They got the underneath guy. They got the tight end that can block and catch the ball. They got a defense that does not allow a lot of rushing yards, hence Christian McCaffrey. They'd force Brock Purdy into a game he has to win with his arm. That secondary is still pretty strong, even though CGJ is out right now. I think the Detroit Lions, if I had to put $100 on one team right now for value, I would put the money on the Lions to win the Super Bowl, to be honest, because they are literally built like. So what I said, the moment that they get James Williams back, I gotta see how they play. I seen enough. I already seen enough. If he only has to catch 2-3 passes a game, he can take 50, 60-yard pass down the field and get him in position for Montgomery or Gibbs to get him in the end zone. I mean, this is going to be a team that just beats you down. Aiden Hutchinson on the edge is playing like a defensive player here as well. There's no way that this Lions team cannot go far. I honestly don't think anybody in the NFC is more well wanted than the Lions at this exact moment.
And Gardner Johnson, Debo got beef, so you know what I'm saying. Debo saying
he lucky.
Middle.
Yeah, he lucky. He lucky that boy not playing.
Come on, the middle it's gonna get bad for him. It's gonna get bad for him.
Yeah, remember how he had Pacheco? He laid him out.
Oh my goodness. So we did this segment last week. Let's just say we're gonna do Chargers edition because the Chargers lost to the Cowboys. They are now 2-4?
2-3. They had a bye week.
They're 2-3. I don't know, man. Their team on paper should be one of the best teams in the league. Yes, they're in the Chiefs division. I understand that, but you have Justin Herbert. You got Justin. You got Justin Herbert, who should be probably around a top 5 quarterback right now in the league. The way they were talking about, they got a defense on paper that should be a top 5, top 10 unit, and their offense has been improving. I'll give them that. So let's just say Chargers edition. Is anybody a Brandon Staley fan before I start?
No.
So we're looking at all the teams that possibly should or could fire their coaches at the end of the year. They fired Brandon Staley. Who should they hire? What coach should they be looking for?
They already brought him in. They already brought the coach. They're gonna hire Kellen Moore, and that happens all the time. Teams always bring in the next guy usually before that first minuscule piece of hot seat that they get. Like after that blown lead, I knew they were gonna get a different offensive coordinator. Their offense was pretty bad, not just because of injuries, because the play calling really was bad. They ran a whole bunch of wheel routes to Austin Eckler and thinking that was gonna take him to the top. It's not possible. So when I look at the Chargers right now, obviously I do think that Kellen Moore is the next logical step. He'll already be in the system. He already established that this offense can be a top 3 unit because it should be. But there are other options out there. There are definitely better versions of Brandon Staley. You know, I remember there was a thing that like if you shake hands with Sean McVay, you become a coach. That's all you gotta do is shake hands with him, and you literally become a coach. I'll be dapping him up, hugging him, all that. But when you say once you're around guys like that, you turn to a coach. You know, they think you can absorb that knowledge. I'm low, very, very low on the Chargers. Always been low on the Chargers. It's just something about them. They got Planet fans and, you know, whatnot.
Yeah, not real fans.
See, listen, before we get to what you guys say, Dave, have you ever at some point down 7 got to the goal line and was, I don't know what they're going to do. Calm down. It wasn't even nothing going on. Like, yo, jittery ass, got your jittery ass down. Ain't nothing going on, girl. Calm down, bro.
Chill, bro.
I got excited during the missed kick because that's the last play of the game. It is 10 minutes left in the game. You down 7. All because you scored on me in that game.
Yo, she was up there in the seats. Like, I'm like, yo, calm down. Like, they fishing looking for her at that rate. Like, chill.
I don't know about these Chargers, though, for real. They're in a bad spot.
They proven my point. I don't even got to say much about it. I've been on this train for like 3 years. Justin Herbert is not the guy they say he is, man. He isn't. He could be an elite arm talent. He could be 6'4". He could run quick or whatever he wants to do. There's more to the quarterback position than being having a strong arm. And he's shown that every time, week in and week out. There's no clutch gene there. When that dude is down 7 points in the fourth quarter, he is liable to throw a pick or take a bad sack or miss a throw. It is every single time. He shows it every single week, and I know I'm going to get shit for it because people love Justin Herbert. He's like the social media darling. Yep. He is the social media quarterback. They said that all last year, and that was like a big thing. And it's really – I don't even hate Justin Herbert. It's just that when you're – okay, so I'm a Dolphins fan, and it's Tua Herbert comparisons ever since they got drafted.
I was just about to instigate that.
And that's literally exactly why it's so annoying. So now when you see that the one's doing good and the other one's struggling, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, shit, well, you know, now they blame the systems. Well, now it's okay. Justin Herbert's been being used wrong. Maybe he is, and maybe if he gets a better system, he will be better. But as of right now, he's not showing me anything to be like, oh, he should have got $260 million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't blame him fully, but but it's just that right now I feel like the Chargers. There's really nothing to save them right now. Quentin Johnson, they took was it the first wide receiver off the board or second?
I think he was second.
Second,
I'm gonna say
he
Addison came before.
and he put in no work. 0.
He's not that good.
Put in no work, 0. Mike Williams, they're like, oh, Mike Williams out. That's easy Quentin Johnson work right there.
Nope.
No,
he's not good.
Unusable. You just got Austin Eckler back. He got stifled by the Cowboys, which happened. The Cowboys are a good defense, whatever. It's just I don't know what you could do to fix them because Khalil Mack has been playing great. I haven't heard Joey Bosa's name in 3 years. Derwin James is great when he's healthy. How often is he healthy? You know what I'm saying? And they're just getting old too. They went out there and they signed Eric Kendricks, old linebacker. It's just the Chargers are in a bad spot. They do have to fire Van Noy. I didn't think about them promoting Kellen Moore. I think Ben Johnson leaves the Lions after this year, regardless of what happens.
Oh, Ben Johnson's definitely gone. I just think he's going to the Bears though.
Because I didn't think about the fact Kellen Moore was already there. Kellen Moore seems like the obvious promotion. Brandon Staley, I'd be surprised if he made it through the year. Brandon Staley should not be a coach much longer.
I think if they lose this game, coming
Who
up against the
Chiefs,
they have the Chiefs this week.
Yeah.
So I'll just even look up their remaining schedule because it's not hard. It's not that hard.
What's my home strength of schedule?
Insane trade tactic, but it's Chiefs, Bears, Jets, Lions, Packers, Ravens. Not the easiest of games. But definitely not the hardest. I mean, if you bring in a new coach or you bring in Kellen Moore to start his NFL head coach career against the Bears, I mean that's logical. But they like you said, this is the team that just they don't draft too well now. Let's be honest. You said they brought in an old linebacker or whatnot, but I did misspeak. JSN was first, but next was Quentin Johnston. And I remember
I could have swore he went before somebody really good.
Yeah, he went before Zay Flowers and Addison. And if I'm being honest, man. The next few picks are pretty good. I mean, Deontay Banks is playing all right. Dalton Kincaid, he's not playing good yet, but he will be playing good very soon. Brian Breesy, I heard good things about him, but not too many. like things like on video, I guess I could say that really pop out. Noah Smith, obviously, guys that might help this team compared to a wide receiver. Josh Palmer was like this player that nobody really cared about, and if he was a free agent right now, all 32 teams probably should go get him because Josh Palmer is a very consistent slot and outside threat, and the fact that people just thought Quentin Johnson just come in and get some work in and get some deep threats. First of all, does not create any separation, and he does not have great hands. For some reason, he runs a 4.5 though, and he has a lot of physical tools, but just doesn't play football at a high level. Just not right now. So
it just kind of feels like the Chargers are cursed too, though. I just can't remember the last time. Like, I feel like every single time the Chargers should be good, they're not good. They were like one of the only teams ever to have the first offense and first defense and miss the playoffs. Like, I mean, you just look back at their whole history. Like, it's not even just this Chargers team. It's just every Chargers team.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even when Phillip Rivers played on like that torn ACL, had every chance to beat the Patriots and go to the Super Bowl, just couldn't get it done. It's just I feel bad for Chargers fans. I do because the luck there is just it runs out every time. You know?
So y'all agree that they're not going to pay Austin Eckler? He's going to free agent. He's going.
I can't say they're not.
I think they're going to. I think
just
he's
because of how
poor.
bad Josh Kelly was.
Yeah,
Josh Kelly can't.
Because it's what they can do. They don't even use Isaiah Spiller, so they took him in like the 3rd round. Don't get no burn, so they got to pay Austin Eckler at that rate.
Yep.
So my next one is for the Chargers. Do you trade after this year? You probably don't make the playoffs unless something crazy happens. Do you kind of retool and trade up in the draft, or do you stay put and try to build on the team that you have?
I feel like retooling's hard, man, because
it's hard in the AFC right now to retool your team slightly and just make little moves here and there. I don't think anything's wrong with their offense. It's just it starts at the top with Brandon Staley, and if you get a guy out of there like Brandon Staley, moving a guy like Kellen Moore, who is young, who understands quarterbacks, who brings out the best of quarterbacks. We've seen that with Dak Prescott. We've seen that with Justin Herbert. He hasn't his best year in the last 3 years so far. So if you bring in, a guy just right off the rip like that, I think you could slightly retool some things to make the offense how he exactly wants it. But paying Austin Eckler, I'm gonna say they are just because how bad Josh Kelly was. Isaiah Spiller Isaiah Spiller. He's not good either. Gadget guy at running back who cannot make a play. I don't get that gadget part, but just a player, I guess. Right now, like I said, their defense, they have the names. They have Joey Bosa. They have Khalil Mack. They have Derwin James. I just don't. And they got Kenneth Murray, Kenneth Murray, who's playing pretty solid, but I don't know. It's just like something's just not clicking right now, and it has to. I would look first at the coach.
They should have retooled their cornerback room too. Asante Samuel Jr. is good, but kind of gets crazy after that. I mean,
definitely does.
You kept Michael Davis because he had a couple good games last year. Like I couldn't name another cornerback in their cornerback room, and you know what I'm saying. Like I mean, and it's just I don't know. Except the name value on the Chargers defense is good. I don't know if Staley is like their defensive play caller or whatever it is. But the Chargers definitely got to figure it out. I mean, like I said, they're in the Chiefs division, but they still should be a top AFC team.
Yep, they should at least be at 5 through 7.
Yeah, like
they should easally be
because the other two teams in your division are horrible. Like you know what I'm saying, like, you should at least be in the conversation. But like you're competing with the Raiders right now. Like literally, realistically, the Raiders got 2 wins too.
Yeah.
So you're competing with the Raiders.
Yeah, which is not.
That's what I'm saying.
The team that you got should not be on the Raiders.
You literally beat them at the last second. Like they beat the Raiders at the last second because they had a rookie quarterback.
Yep.
And they were trying to tie. Like
right. So like it's just.
I don't know, man. Chargers in a tough spot. So
I don't know what they need.
I mean, they need a corner.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but
they need a corner, but like they D line outside of Khalil Mack is underperforming. Derwin James can't stay healthy.
Trade Joey Bosa to his racist
word. Nah, that's gonna be the most racist team. Oh my goodness. Whoo! Jalen Hurts is in for a rude awakening. So. That's gonna be crazy.
I'm trading him straight to the Giants.
I'm taking him somewhere he does not want to be.
Go right there, bro. Nah, he might be done. He
go
goes to the
Tennessee,
Giants.
Yeah, it is really crazy though. I mean, I remember like when Joey Bosa came out, he was so good his first like 2 years. Man, it got crazy after that.
He's supposed to be a defensive player of the year. He still isn't. He hasn't even yet to I think finish like top 10, 15, 20, nothing.
Like the difference between him and Nick Bosa is like outrageous. Like Nick Bosa is like perennial.
Nick Bosa took his talent.
I swear he did. Space Jam type shit.
So now we're gonna go ahead and pivot over to Gen V episode last week. Great episode. Obviously, we got the twist of Cate doing what she did. I can't say I called it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna take all credit for it.
I definitely didn't.
But definitely looking back at it, it made sense to the point that Cate was the only one at that time. We didn't see all of her true, powers and what she can and can't do. So, Jules, if you want to talk on it, because I didn't even watch it when you said Cate did it. So, if you want to speak on that episode and why you think she did it, go ahead.
Come on now. We know how mind control characters are in any superhero movie, TV show, short, whatever. They are not good. They're originally not good. They have a really, really bad conflict of interest. Even Magneto had conflict of interest, where he just could not decide what side to be on at times, the greater goods and whatnot. It's not easy. You got this power where you can literally tap into people's minds, so you feel their sorrow, you feel their pain and stuff like that. You see the flashbacks. I'm sorry, not Magneto. Other characters like I was going to get on Magneto because of polarity, but so if you can control characters as strong as Marie, Polarity, Emma, Jordan, and also Sam. If she can control Sam, even though it's killing her, like I said, we don't know what got her to that point. It seems like she is kind of regretful for it, and she did say sorry for it, but also we don't know how much of a show that is still because she already lied to him. You can still be lying to anybody at that point. Mm-hmm. Tears in your eyes, hey, we all been there. People with tears in their eyes still can lie. That don't matter. Mm-hmm. So the fact that she went out there and could, touch Polarity and make him see that, like that ending shot, and she was like, he called her a monster, and that was huge because he really was he went there to kill Rufus. I mean, he went there and we finally see him flex his power, and the fact she can control a character that strong, that can move metal and probably could, decapitate anybody in that room at any point. The fact that she could do stuff like that, it just shows me that like she is very powerful, and she was out of the rankings and she was out of this stuff to make sure that Golden Boy could get there because she was guilty of herself. And she was guilty that if I keep doing this, I'm no better than nobody. I can't be redeemable. So if I go in the crime management and be, half good and, still stay in the gray, nobody's going to question me. But now, all the kids know now, like the main characters, obviously, they know what kind of character and person that she is, and the fact that she went out, she was the one that didn't make Sam fall asleep, and he did tweak out on her and said, "You're not gonna make me fall asleep again." So clearly, there's something else that she's been doing.
Breaking news as we talk about this: Gen V has just been renewed for season 2 at Prime Video.
Let's go, man!
Look at that, man. That's nice.
We just spoke into
existence. Just came out as we were talking about.
Nice.
And they just called me. They said they got a spot for me. Let's go. I love to hear. Might have the weakest power.
I think it's only 7 episodes. I could have swore I read something the other day where the finale's on 11/3, so we got about 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think it ends before Invincible comes out.
Yeah, but I did see something, not a spoiler, but that the ending of Gen V will tie directly into The Boys season 4. Like whatever happens at the very end of the season is going to tie directly into what we see in The Boys when it comes out next.
So Dame, you said that Cate, it wasn't Cate, and you brought up good points though. You brought up great points. Do you think that Cate is being manipulated? And if you do, who is manipulating her into doing these things?
That's a great question. I definitely I knew it wasn't Rufus, so I knew Rufus was a red herring. It was too easy to say that it was Rufus. Yeah. I tried to see Cate as not being, Jules definitely had a good call. He said that very early on that Cate was the one that was causing all this. And I do think it's a manipulation thing. I don't think it's like her doing it out of, what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what it is. I don't think it's just Dean Shetty. There's somebody above her.
Oh, definitely not.
Dean Shetty might be like the one. I feel like what happened is the way that Dean Shetty brought Marie in and was trying to get her under her wing, it was the same thing with Cate. Mm-hmm. But obviously Cate's powers benefit somebody more like Dean Shetty than Marie's blood powers. I don't know exactly who is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a big reveal at the end, if it's somebody in Vought, somebody like big like that, somebody that runs the woods. I'm sure it'll be
Carlo.
I didn't know if it would be somebody like that or something bigger, but I don't know, man. I'm guessing we're gonna get the answer in the next couple episodes. It's just tough to say right now. In this next one, now it's just her trying to find a way to prove herself to them that she's not doing it out of maliciousness or whatever. Mm-hmm. And we obviously get the big tease at the end of the episode that Soldier Boy is back. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's actually Soldier Boy. He was literally put in like cryo sleep at the end of season 3. So that's not really a spoiler. It's just how it happens. Right. And So I don't think that's really Soldier Boy. I don't really know if it's a shapeshifter, if it's a illusion or a dream or whatever. But this episode this week is gonna probably be the biggest one to date.
Oh, for
It'll
sure.
be the penultimate no, never mind. Next week will be the penultimate episode.
Definitely. So, do you guys, after watching these last few episodes, do you guys think Jordan Lee will still be the one that's in the 7 for season 4 of The Boys, or?
I still think so because I do still think
Yeah,
she's
I
the
think
most powerful one.
Yeah.
Her power set is still shown to be the most powerful one. I'm almost starting to wonder if her power set changes between boy and girl, because it just feels like there could be something like that. We never really see her fight as both of them. I know she has that energy blast, but I'm waiting to see if they're going to show us any more of her ability than just that. You know, I don't think it's going to be. I don't know what's going to happen with that because I do think this is that one of them is going to end up in the 7.
Yeah.
Somebody at the very end of the season is good, but I don't think it's in Marie because, as much as it sucks, I do think Marie makes too much. Is just too easy to cop out. You know what I'm saying? And plus, her powers, they'd make a good point. Her powers would not do well. Vought cares about rankings and about outlook. And people would not see blood powers and be like, "Yo, that's awesome."
Yeah,
they'd be like, "That's disgusting."
And that's what I was saying last night. Not last night. I don't think I said it to y'all, but I said it on Facebook. I'm like, her powers right now are not cool. You don't see anything. Most she's done is knock over some chairs. That's all that we've seen her really do. And she killed somebody. Obviously, they don't care about healing people. They care about the politics and how cool it looks.
I do think she's a lot more dangerous than what she's shown.
Oh, she will be dangerous.
I do think 100% that she could really blow somebody apart if she wanted to. You saw what she did to Rufus. I do think if she learned to control it, she could be probably the most dangerous person out of the entire Gen V cast as far as what she could do. Because, like I said, if she could really make the blood in you just erupt like that, who couldn't she kill at that rate? You know, I don't know how if Homelander or something like that would have the the invincibility to stop something like that, but.
Definitely.
I actually got a prediction. How'd you say that? My prediction, right? I'm like 95-5 now because you said something important. They only care about rankings. There's only one person I've been talking about their ranking ever since the first episode, and it's Emma.
Yeah.
Emma's finally brought up her ranking again, how she shot to the top 100. And I think that at some point, Emma is going to have it out with Sam. She's going to have it out with him, and she's going to eventually, because they're throwing a lot of tease with these puppets and whatnot, and how saying like, Sam, you can't kill people. She might be the one to stop Sam officially. She might be the one, and if she does that, I think she's going to be the one that goes to the 7. And she's going to be the one that protects Vault.
And it's like I said, Vault, literally you see it all the time. It's just about the visual. Like they want what people want to see. The reason why Jordan Lee is probably should make it. Like they said, though, she wouldn't do good with rankings throughout America. She's a transgender character. Yep. She's Asian, which is also nobody in the 7 is Asian. You know what I'm saying? Like there's stuff where it wouldn't play to their strengths. But if you bring in somebody, as Jules just said, like Emma, who has an eating disorder, and now she's fighting back against it. She's not throwing up to get smaller. She's not scared of doing it. I'm saying? It's her power. She eats, she gets big. It's all about visual for Vought. So if Vought brings in her, it just helps their image. And they need that right now. Homelander's on trial. A-Train is not ran in 3 years. Queen Maeve is missing. Queen Maeve is quote unquote dead. You know what I'm saying? You see it in the thing. So, it's just there's right now the 7 is literally Homelander in the Deep in Black Noir, I think. like Starlight not there, Queen Maeve not there. You know what I'm saying?
We was just talking about
A-Train. So there's 4 members of the 7.
I'm in season 2, like almost at the last episode right now, and I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, the Deep is trash, right? But A-Train literally had like 2 episodes of greatness and fell off the face of the earth.
I'm telling you right now,
can't run, can't do nothing. Like he go upstairs, is over. Like he's out of breath, he's sweating, everything. I'm like, bro, you cannot be a superhero like that.
A-Train in season 3. When you guys both watch season 3, A-Train has my favorite arc in season 3. I'm not gonna say anything about what happened.
I think you already told me.
Yeah, but
what he does.
Yeah, A-Train's arc in season 3 is like one of my favorite things. I've liked him since I've always been obsessed with speedster characters, and his arc in season 3 to me is the best one. He's probably a highlight of this season. Obviously, Soldier Boy is a big one. You bring in somebody like that, Captain America. And there is some, Black Noir and A-Train really steal the show in season 3. So when you guys watch that, I think that'll be a really good conversation for us to have.
Oh, wait a minute. So who you said was a part of the 7?
Right now, it should be, as far as I remember, Black Noir, A-Train, The Deep, and Homelander.
Okay.
Because you see in Gen V that Queen Maeve is like missing. Starlight, obviously, you already see that Starlight's probably gonna end up leaving the 7. As you guys have both seen The Boys to that point. And then Queen Maeve, Starlight. Who am I missing? Oh, yeah, and Translucent's already dead.
Yeah,
So
Translucent dead.
I was
And
gonna say,
Stormfront's already dead.
you know, what I was gonna say. So I was gonna say that there's a possibility that Marie gets in, but you know how Stormfront had that pass.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you didn't bring her up, something might have happened to her. So I'm gonna stick with Jordan Lee for who I think is gonna stay in. But just that Storm, what I call her last night, Stormbreaker.
Yeah. Call her Thor's
I said it
hammer.
like 3 times. I was like, yo, I'm like, bro, Stormbreaker going crazy. And I kept saying, like, who is
I was watching a
Stormbreaker?
review. I'm like, damn, Stormbreaker. Stormfront is actually insane.
Oh,
I knew she's a Nazi
what is it,
character.
8 episodes, right? So
Mhm.
you're about to be done with season
I'm
2.
on episode. I'm in the middle of episode 7 right
Yeah,
now.
so you'll see. But man, like once y'all get to season 3, man, we gotta talk about that because season 3 is just insane, and I think a lot of what season 3 happens would tie into this Gen V conversation that we're having. So when y'all see that, that'll be a good conversation for us.
So we are going to pivot into our first. I think this is our first time talking about the NBA.
Bro pivoted from that
Yeah.
14-point deficit the Dolphins had, but it's alright.
Oh, you know what,
No, bro, don't worry about it.
bro.
No.
All right, no, because I mean, like, bro.
No, come on, NBA talk. I'm ready for NBA talk.
NBA talk. So, y'all probably don't know our teams, any of that. I'm a New Orleans Pelicans fan.
Jules is the Heat
Jules,
Not a Heat fan. Go Knicks, man. Go Knicks.
fan. Thunder up, man. I'm a Thunder fan.
Thunder fan. So, we're gonna go ahead and give y'all just some quick predictions of some awards. And then we're guys gonna give you an NBA tier
list.
tier list for all the NBA teams. So we go ahead and start off with something easy. MVP. Dame, who do you have winning MVP?
Oh, man.
We're going to have the same one. You're going to piss me off.
No, it's tough, man, because, like, I don't want to say Jokic. It's always the same 3 people that finish at the top. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give it to Jokic again. Do I want to give it to... You know what, man? I'll give it to Giannis. I think getting Dame Lillard in there.
Because you're Dame.
Yeah, definitely.
I think getting Dame Lillard in there gives you a boost. You know, it makes the offense a little bit better. You know, now you got to either worry about guarding Giannis in the paint or guarding Damian Lillard from 30 feet out. It gives them a little bit more. You know, losing Drew Holiday is gonna be tough. Losing their best defender, but I think Giannis can go ahead and get out there because Giannis is talking all that shit. You know, I got to sign an extension with the Bucks? Do I? You know, are they committed to getting me to a championship? And you keep talking all that, you got to show something.
Mm-hmm.
So go out there and win another MVP or something. Then. Let me see something.
For me, I thought you were going to go with this guy. I'll go with SGA. The reason I do that, the way I look at MVP voting, you have to do one thing at the highest level. One thing that SGA does at the highest level is efficiency. He's one of the most efficient players in the NBA, and it's crazy how good he has become. This guy can average 36 and 6, honestly, and shoot 50%, probably like 37% from 3. And I think this Thunder team has a ceiling of 50 wins. I mean, I think they're going to be in that 3 to 5 range in the West. I think they're going to be really, really good. I think they can make a really big trade even to get themselves over the hump. I'm not going to say they're a championship contender team, but if a team like this and a guy like SGA is elevated from this 44, 45 wins to even 50 wins, get a playoff, host a playoff series, have actually home-field advantage in that series, I think no way possible that SGA doesn't finish top 3 if they outperform their expectations. Right?
For sure. And to really play into that too with the SGA stuff is actually, Damon, go ahead. You get MVP first before I get into the next award.
All right, so yeah, it's tough because it's like the NBA is probably looking like, yo, if we would have gave Jokic 3 MVPs in a row and he would have Finals MVP, it would have been a crazy look. Like we would have been talking about him a tad bit different right now. Like 3 MVPs in a row, like this supposed to be LeBron era. Anyways, though, like I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna go Steph. I think the Warriors. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the Warriors really improved much, like scoring wise. I think Steph is gonna go off this year. It's probably one of the last years the big three is gonna be together. Clay's a free agent. I think Steph is gonna go berserk this year. I think he's gonna win MVP.
Clay looked like a Laker.
If not Steph, then I'm gonna fall back on say Luka. But I got Steph right now as my prime.
I'll
MVP.
never say a Dallas Mavericks player.
I'm gonna go Steph. But what was you gonna say, Dan?
So I wanted to backpack on what Jules said about trading for a star player, and I'm ready to start seeing that. These picks are just keep stockpiling. We are getting to that point. We have young talent. They are only getting better. I'm ready to see a trade. Like the Thunder, especially if they start off hot, I need to see a trade for it's tough because he's like, what do you trade for? I want to see either a star shooting guard or a star small forward at that point because Giddey could play either one. Giddey could play 2. He could play the 3. Jalen Williams is going to be a starter. Chet Holmgren's going to start at center. But it's either a 2 or a 3. I need to see an elite player traded for at some point this season if we get off to the start that I think we're going to get off to, because that'll just put us over the top. Right? It's time to start turning these picks into players.
I got a prediction. I got a prediction for who, but it won't be till after the season. Donovan Mitchell.
I was gonna say
that would be crazy.
I was gonna say that because I don't think he wants to be a Cavs.
He does not.
He doesn't want to be a Cavs.
So best case scenario, you get a Cavs 2 picks. One of the Jalen Williams, whichever one they want, and I would say maybe that guy y'all drafted. I can't think of his name right now.
You talking about the guard?
Yeah.
Oh, Carson
something. Edwards maybe.
Yeah,
something.
from
Like
from Kentucky.
yeah, he's like 6'4". He's not gonna play in this team. You're too short, buddy. It's a 6'6" and up right here, right? But yeah, I do think I do make a big trade at some point. I mean, it needs to happen.
So yeah, my
Case and Wallace.
My 3 I think y'all could trade for Donovan Mitchell. What I was gonna say, I think OG. Y'all can get OG and Anunoby. And low-key, this is a sleeper one. There's no way Joel Embiid don't request out. There's no way.
I don't see Embiid just because I think we like Chet.
I think they're happy with their front court for the most part.
So
yeah, that's one reason.
Chet at the y'all don't Chet Embiid. Y'all don't think that's.
I don't think that's bad.
I don't
Only
think
thing
it's
I think
bad
is
at
that
all,
the 76ers are so delusional. They think they're gonna get 2 firsts and Terrence Mann for James Harden who wants out.
Yeah.
You like you get 2 seconds and Markieff Morris. I'm being like you're not getting much out of this trade. Like this guy wants out. You kind of got to take what you can get.
Yeah, I would say in all honesty, I thought that Luka was a good sleeper.
Luka if the Mavericks do not make the playoffs
because Luka's got to be on the move eventually. Luka doesn't want to keep playing and not doing nothing. They thought Kyrie was going to be the answer. You signed Kyrie to a 3-year extension. I thought Luka would be a good trade target for the Thunder. Obviously, you got to give him the buy-in to not just being the primary guy all the time. But I mean, but he has also not had talent around him.
He ain't gonna be the 3rd best player on the Thunder. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I can't believe that. I can't. It's hard to see that, but it is gonna happen.
All right, so rookie of the year, Jules, we'll start with you. Who do you think gonna win rookie of the year?
Wemby. All right, let's be honest. Let's just keep it honest. All right, Wemby's gonna win it. This is the only one I'm being very obvious about. Barring an unfortunate injury, this man is playing out of his mind. There's only one other guy that's close to him right now, in my opinion, is Chet. I'm not gonna have the Thunder just sweeping these fucking awards now. That's just a little bit too crazy because I do got them winning one more. But the way I look at Wemby, the way I look at the Spurs team, they're gonna outperform expectations as well. I think they're gonna replace a team like the Mavs, get to that 10th or 11th spot. I think they could replace a team, that like the Kings. They'd be the next Kings team where they have all this talent finally come together and start slowly moving up these rankings because finishing 14th, 15th is obviously tiring. But Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, I think he still got Trey Jones. They got Malachi something. I forgot. Branham, yeah. They got a pretty good young core. So if Wembanyama can go out there and put up the numbers that they're saying he can,
and they got Sohan running point guard now. That's
they got a lot going on for this team. I mean, they got the defense, they got the offensive pieces. If people elevate the right way, and even
I'm about to make a Jeremy Sohan build.
I don't know, man. I look at the Spurs as a team that could shock a lot of people. That's how I look at it more or less.
You want to go or me?
Go.
All right. So I got one sleeper one, and then I'll go with somebody. So I want to say Chet, but I'm saving my Thunder pick for a later pick as well.
I already know who you're picking. I know exactly who you're picking. Jeez.
But I'm gonna say, in all honesty, it's time for the Magic to hit on a pick. I'm thinking Jet Howard. I think Jet Howard for the Magic. He played really well at Michigan. He's better than his dad was. So I think the Magic need a player to finally be like, okay, obviously they hit last year with
Paolo. Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously he was excellent last year. They need another rookie to come out there and hit because their draft picks have not performed the way they've wanted them to for a long time. Paolo
they ain't hit on the guard yet.
That's what I'm saying. They draft these guards and these guards come on there really average. I'm gonna say for my sleeper pick, Jet Howard. And then I guess if you want to be obvious, I'd probably say somebody like Scoot could be cool, I guess. But you know what, man? Grady Dick. Jet Howard is my pick, though. I would say Jet Howard finally, shows the Magic they can hit on a guard.
I got some good praise for the Magic later on, but I'm gonna say Keontae. I forgot his name on the Jazz. Keontae George.
I think I know who. Let me see.
Keontae George on the Jazz. I think the way the team is constructed right now.
Yeah, it is Keontae.
I mean, why not? 16th. Like, right? He can get 10 to 15 shots. He could easily be the second best player on that team by the end of the year. Second, third best player on that team. He's gonna get the shots. He's gonna get the volume. So that's my sleeper. But I mean, the way Scoot I mean, not Scoot. The way Victor is, he already got the hype. You know, every time I play 2K, I hear Wembanyama the whole game. I'm like, yo, it's my career, not his, bro. Like chill.
Wemby is probably definitely gonna take it.
Yeah,
like,
just like he gonna
minus
get votes.
200, bro.
He gonna get votes just because.
I'd be very shocked if he didn't take it, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, barring injury, I don't see it.
Yeah,
I definitely see him getting it, but that's my sleeper as well though. The guy in the Jazz, but.
Yeah, that top 10 is kind of crazy now that I look at it, man.
Kind of. Yeah, this is a great draft class. I even like Taylor Hendricks out of fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say Taylor Hendricks was a good one.
It just sucks he can be playing around Lowry most of the time, but.
I even like some of the later picks, man. I you know, like nobody brought up my boy Jaime Jaquez from the Heat. Like
he gonna turn into a 40% shooter.
Nah, see, I know what I'm saying. You know that Heat
no
players
fucking
get,
reason,
man. Nobody picked the Thompson twins. Like
Nah, I just
Nah,
can't.
I don't like
I
it
can't
either.
pick Ahmed because I think they're gonna play Fred VanVleet a lot.
Yeah.
Oscar though, I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
If Cate Cunningham go down for any period of time, the man gonna be putting up 20 shots.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering though, man. Like, what are they gonna do there? You got 3 really good guards now in Detroit.
I can see Thompson playing the 3.
Okay, I didn't know if he.
Nah, Jaden Ivey's
Because
gonna
he
be
can
the
play
one that
defense really good.
Jaden Ivey's gonna be the one that like how good is his season 2 jump? Because I think K is gonna be great. I think Thompson's gonna have a
I need
solid
Cade to
year,
stay
but-
healthy. Like, I need Cade to stay healthy. He was good as a
But
year.
Ivy, that second year jump, that inconsistent shooting, he's gonna have to definitely.
I don't know what he is in the league yet. I don't know.
He's fast, but
Definitely quick.
I mean, I'm fast,
bro.
A-Train was fast, and look what happened to him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So 6 man of the year. I'll start with this segment. I'll start with this segment.
Yeah. Yo, extend that
Yeah,
talk.
I even do it.
All right, I got you. So, my 6 man of the year was gonna be Trey Murphy, but he's gonna be out till like November, December. So I think my 6 man is gonna be a sleeper. I think it's gonna be Norman Powell. Maybe not a sleeper, but on that team where you have Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Westbrook. Westbrook is gonna play every game, but you have Paul George and Kawhi, who, you know, they're trying to buckle down on the missing games. I think Norman Powell, he may start 10 games this year. I don't know if that's going to, like, degrade him from it, but I definitely think he's going to be one of the better pieces off the bench for the Clippers this year. They definitely need it. This is, like, one of the last years they have together, honestly. And I think Norman Powell's going to be a big piece of that. A sleeper that I got, I don't really know about sleepers off the... It's so tough to say sleepers with 6 man because somebody can easily get.
Bench. There's so many.
That's what I'm
like,
saying. So
stacked
many
in one
teams.
spot. Like, I
That's what I'm
see
saying.
two players on the same team on this.
Yeah, it's like it's so many players. Some players can go down and other players can like elevate. So I'm gonna just stick with my Norman Powell one. I mean, Malcolm Brogdon is also a good one.
Yeah.
He might
But
be traded
he
to be a
just-
starter. Somewhere.
That's what I mean. He
don't
might be
know.
traded. Emmanuel Quickly is another one. So I'm gonna go with.
I was looking at quickly, but I have another one.
So I'm gonna go
I
with.
think we're on the same wavelength there, Dan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Norman Powell.
You go ahead, Dan. I want to see if we're on the same wavelength.
All right, so I'm between 2. I'm thinking either Malik Monk in Sacramento or Bobby Portis in the Bucks. I think Malik Monk for sure because he was giving people buckets last year. I think that's what he needed to be. He don't need him on the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? He don't need to be a starter. He just needs to be a guy come off the bench, score real quick. He put up some good shots for them last year. It seems like Herter's got that shooting guard spot locked up in Sacramento. He shot really well last year. I'd probably say Malik Monk right now. You were even maybe like a crazy one that people aren't thinking about, maybe Chris Paul. Because I don't see Chris Paul starting.
I think, but the only reason I didn't go him, I feel like they're gonna be experimenting a lot of lineups early
think
on.
so, yeah. They're kind of like moving him in and out.
Yeah, I don't. It's so hard to pick 6 man with all the injuries and stuff. Cause like I wanted to go Malik Monk too, but the Kings were so fortunate with like they had literally no injuries.
Yeah.
Like all the starters probably played higher than 75 games. So like I don't know with Malik Monk. I wanted to go with him.
You don't want to say
It's just-
you don't want to say Derek White, which is D'Angelo Russell's biggest like hero.
Yeah,
ever?
biggest hero. I think Derek White is starting. Oh wait, ooh.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know. Drew
That's what I'm
Holiday-
saying. It
Drew-
might
Drew
be-
Holiday was on this list too. Like I don't know.
It might be
Yeah, I
Derek
thought Drew
White.
Holiday, I was like, Drew Holiday got to be starting.
Yeah, Holiday and Derek White, and like Derek White could end up starting, and they go Porzingis at the 5, Tatum at the. I don't know. It's so much
Yeah,
players.
it's tough, bro.
It's tough. Jules, who you got, and why is it Emmanuel Quickly? Go ahead, bro.
It's not Emmanuel Quickly, unfortunately. He got robbed of it last year. I'm standing on that. But like how you close at a minus 300? You don't win. But anyways, I was looking at him and I just kept scrolling. I only seen this guy on one out of all of these. I can't believe it. Is Rui. I don't understand how Rui isn't higher because he's on a perfect team
I didn't think about
to
him
win
being
6 man of the year. He played great defense. He shot really good. He scored when nobody else could score. I mean, he's been practicing with Bron. If I had to pick one guy out of like a crazy long shot, I was the same guy. I bet on Tyler Hero to win 6-man MVP the year he was coming out the bench, or 6-man a year, and he came out the bench and he went on to win Most Improved Player. So I don't understand how that works out. But anyways,
and also, it's so crazy too. Like, it's cool to see Rui like go somewhere where he could actually play. Like,
bro, he's
I was
always
such,
been
I was
good.
such
That's
a
what's
Rui
crazy,
fan,
man.
bro. But he was just so misused in Washington. So when he got traded to the Lakers, and like the Lakers, like, yo, actually go out there and play basketball.
Yeah, he's plus
Yeah,
2,000 right now. It's the only place I'm seeing him at right now. He's ahead of Gary Trent. He's ahead of Bogdanovic. He's ahead of Josh Hart. But he's also below guys like Bobby Portis, Malik Monk. I look at 6-man as a guy that come in and like literally almost carry the team completely when their stars on the bench. And if it's a team that suffers the most out of their stars not playing a lot of minutes, it's going to be the Lakers because they're so old.
Yeah.
So I think like guys like Derek White, I don't know if he's starting. And Drew Holiday was like same situation. I don't know if he's starting or not. For Norman Powell, he might be starting eventually at some point because they lose a lot of time from their stars too. So and it's one of those awards you really just don't know until about the first month in. Like same thing, it was like Benedict was like up there for a while, but they didn't want him to win Rookie of the Year and 6-man. So he ended up winning neither. Like,
yeah. It was like, I
shocker.
can't. That's too much. That's too
Like,
much.
yeah, bro, just be happy with nothing.
Yeah, literally.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
I don't know. 6-man year is always one of the weirdest awards. So I feel like it's always a long shot that wins it. So it could be interesting.
So now we're gonna do Defensive Player of the Year, and this is where my Magic praise come in. I know it's just preseason. If Jonathan Isaac stays healthy, I have him winning it. I know they got a front log at the front court position. Jonathan Isaac, what I seen in preseason, like all over the court on defense, literally. So I will go him. That's kind of a long shot. So I'm gonna give it to AD this year. I think this is the year he has to be it. LeBron probably got a year or 2 or 3 left. They need him to anchor that defense. He needs to actually play games this year. So I'm going to give it to AD, but Jonathan Isaac looks like you come in there 20 minutes, 25 minutes a game, give me 2 blocks, 2 steals. Like, come on, bro. That's crazy. Yeah. So I'm going to give it to AD.
Before we get to anything, I wanted to do AD so bad. I was this close. I just know he's going to miss some time. But it's a guy, I think last year he played just about like 95% of the games. Evan Mobley, I am so high on Evan Mobley this year to win it for 2 reasons. One, I think Jared Allen gets traded at some point. I think this whole Cavs team is getting gutted almost completely. Only 2 guys going to remain is going to be Garland and Mobley, which it should be. I mean, they are the cornerstones of that franchise. Mobley is a beast. He's one of the smartest defenders in the league. I mean, the voter fatigue for guys like Bam Adebayo to keep coming in second. That's the only other option I got. Because if Bam Adebayo keeps coming in second, it might be one of the biggest rivalries in history if he never wins a defense. if he never wins a defense player of the year in his career, Bam Adebayo, like obviously, but I think it's the worst year for him to win it, obviously, because the team is getting worse and worse. Obviously, on paper, they were AC last year. They were a loss away from not making the playoffs at all. So went from one loss away from making the playoffs to not make it to the finals is crazy. So I mean, you got to be in the playoff hunt. I feel like to win defense player of the year. That's the only hard part for Mobley. That Cavs team might get gutted. Well, I do think he's really good. I think he's going to have a lot more chances to get blocks, rebounds, shot contests, all that at the rim if Jared Allen's gone.
All right, so Evan Mobley was a really good one.
I love that.
I have a sleeper in the West. Walker Kessler.
Dude, I was so
Walker Kessler.
Kessler has the best odds to me. Like
Walker
what I
Kessler
actually
is only plus 1,500, but he is unbelievable. There's no competition for big man over there. That is completely him. Everybody thought that the Jazz made a mistake when they traded Gobert. They were going to lose their center prowess or whatever. Walker Kessler came in and filled out way better than anybody could have expected. He's great on defense. He was much better on offense than Gobert ever was. I think Walker Kessler for sure. And I'm going to throw a guard in there, too, because I'm a fan. Michael Bridges, he's the best defender on the Nets. Yeah. And nobody else comes close.
The fact he didn't win it 2 years ago is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So Michael Bridges, we could see another Marcus Smart kind of year for him. Michael Bridges, I do think is better on offense as well. So, what I mean?
Mikal Bridges.
My fault. Mikal.
Michael Bridges. For
Mikal
3.
Bridges.
They said it, I'm like, who? And then I thought.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. But yeah, Mikal Bridges, I think that'd be like a good second pick for me. But I think Walker Kessler will secure it this year.
That's a good. It's just like it's so tough winning Defensive Player of the Year on teams that's like not good, especially on Utah. Like nobody's gonna watch his games. He's
Right.
gonna be one of those players like when you watch him against your favorite team, like damn, like he's really good, but they're not.
But nobody's gonna think about that in
Yeah.
the end of the year.
Like, I mean, like so.
Yeah, because Jaren Jackson winning it was literally like a consolation prize almost. Like your team is
Damn
solid enough. I mean, because even the year before, the Celtics were the first seed, so they gave it to him. Rudy Gobert on the Jazz, they were the first seed that year. Bucks first seed. Gobert, Draymond first seed. Kawhi Leonard first seed. So it's like
It's tough.
one of those things. You got to be really, really good
I
to
don't know how you
get.
average more fouls and blocks. when you win.
They some highest defense player of the year. They just didn't want to give AD it because he actually like a good player all the time.
That's Jay
They wanted
Jackson.
that.
Next award. I'm trying to think of any other awards.
Most improved,
Most improved.
and coach of the
we
year.
got most improved and coach of the year. So, most improved with the James Harden situation. My obvious answer is Tyrese Maxey. But I have two sleepers. Number one, I have is Anford. I can't call it. I'm not gonna say Simon's a sleeper, but I mean, Scoot's gonna probably hit a rookie wall, and Simons is gonna take 25, 30 shots a game. So I definitely see that with his skill set, he can shoot the three from anywhere. His slashing is underrated. So I definitely think that he's gonna have the platform to do it. I would say Jordan Poole, but I feel like that's too cliche of an answer. Like, okay, he's light skinned on the Wizards' own team. We get it. Like, you know what I mean? What we do. But those are my two picks. And my other sleeper, I'm going with Dyson Daniels. The Pelicans have a lot of injuries that happens on their team, and I think Dyson Daniels is going to step in probably out of 82 games. He's going to step in probably 60, 65 games and play a lot of minutes due to injuries, and I feel like he's going to fill the stat sheet up every night. So those are my two sleepers, but my main one is Tyrese Maxey due to the James Harden trade.
So I'm going right with a sleeper, and it's the only pick I'm going to have. Devin Vassell. I think somehow, some way, that he's going to be the guy that helps Wemby the most. His ability to maneuver through the defense. He looks like a young Devin Booker, to be honest. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, he does look like he'd be a star in the league. There's no way that if he's handling the ball and Wemby's coming down and setting him a screen, that he's not going to get free shots, free assists. It's like you have to pick your poison with both of those. Last year, 18-4-4 on solid efficiency. Did not know he was that good last year. He went from 6 points a game to 12 points per game to 18 points per game. That's what they look for the most in the most improved. That's scoring jumps. Keldon Johnson jumped a lot. And I know a lot of people saying Keldon Johnson will be a second option.
He wasn't efficient.
I said that. Not that much of a fan of Keldon Johnson to the point where he could be the second star on a really, really good team. I think he's a second star on a bad team or a first star on a bad team like he was last year. When Wemby coming in, they're going to have more offense structure right there. If he can go out there, average like 22, 5 and 5, and this, like I said, his team exceeds expectations. His odds is plus 3,500. You put 10 8, win 350. I mean, come on, no. That was my ticket. That was my ticket. I had to pay for it. So I mean, I'm putting that on that. So.
All right, this is where my Thunder pick comes in. I think Giddey. Josh Giddey has slowly improved each year. I think this year, if he takes a step with his jump shot, that is really where he struggles the most right now. He's good when he gets inside the arc. There's no issue there. Good playmaker, good rebounder. His defense is surprisingly good, at least on ball. I think Giddey could be most improved this year. He's still going to be second fiddle to. I don't think Holmgren comes in and takes second fiddle from SGA, or just yet at least. I still think Josh Giddey's got a lot to prove there. And if we're going to talk about somebody else that I really like, I think Sengun from the Rockets.
Oh my gosh, Sengun! I didn't want to overlook him. The only issue is that I don't think the Rockets exceed expectations for him to win it.
And
He's going to be a great player no matter what. And they're just going to be like a 30-32 win team.
Which it sucks too, because it sucks how much record plays into stuff like that.
All these fucking awards,
yeah, right. And that's kind of why I like Giddey for most improved, because if the Thunder make the jump the way they do, and he just improves just a little bit more as he has each year, I feel like that could be a good one for him. But I like Sengun. Like, I could see where the Rockets do struggle, and then it was like, yeah, man, we're not going to give you this. Yeah. Even if you do, jump up and because Sengun played really well at the end, like the second half of the year last year. Yeah. Clearly showed he was the best big on that team. But we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
So, Coach of the Year, final award prediction. I have two. One, I think the Magic are going to exceed expectations, and I think the Magic coach can win it. I liked what I've seen. Again, they have inconsistent guard play, but I think Banchero is going to be an all-star this year. I think Franz Wagner is going to be better.
That's another-
Again,
I love
Jonathan
Franz.
Isaac.
I would say Franz.
That's
is
another
my
good most
pick.
improved player.
Yep,
to be honest.
I got Jonathan Isaac again. I'm impressed with what I've seen. Hopefully, he can stay healthy. But I also think they can make a trade at the deadline. One of their guards or two guards, pick up another solid piece, put a pick on there too. And I have Willie Green, who I think could win it as well. Again, he's been coaching his ass off with all the injuries that have been going on. And the Pelicans are a healthy season away from possibly making a run. I think this year could be the year. That you got an MVP candidate in Zion when he's healthy. Brandon Ingram, CJ. You got a deep team, and they were a top 6-7 defense in the league with Jonas Valanciunas as your rim protector down low. So, he'd be coaching his ass off. So I got Willie Green or the Magic coach as my coach of the year.
Jamal Mosley is the coach for the Magic, and he finished 29 and 28 at the start, 5 and 20. So clearly heading into the season with some momentum. Like if they hit on like Jet Howard and rookies, and he's even if they make a trade, even they got a lot of guard pieces. They make a trade, something like that, they can definitely exceed expectations. But for me, I don't know how to pronounce his name. You have to help me out here. Dan Magnolt.
Yeah, Magnolt.
Mac,
He's talking about the Thunder.
Yeah,
coach?
Magnolt. I'm all over the Thunder this year. I think if they exceed expectations and you get 5-6 more wins you're projected to have, this is a team, plus 900. I think his odds were. He might even went to favorite.
He's the favorite.
He's
Right
the favorite. So he might even went to favorite. Like he's in a perfect situation, literally the perfect situation to go out there and do something that we have not seen a young team like the Thunder do, and that's going on a year where nobody's expecting them. With super teams like the Celtics, the Bucks, the Nuggets, the Suns even go out there and dominate and actually give teams like the Nuggets and the Suns the hard runs, because if they're the 4th seed, they'll be playing the Nuggets or the Suns. Even the third, you know what I'm saying? So
I feel like they match up pretty well.
they match up very, very good with the Suns. Honestly, I'm very sure they could even possibly even beat the Suns. It's just an experience factor, but right now listed at 44.5 wins across all platforms. That's really, really good, and that's about the range that you see teams like the Timberwolves, the Heat, Grizzlies, and our teams as well, Pelicans and Knicks. So I would say that Dan Maglinalt is going to win Coach of the Year.
I think Mark Daigneault is definitely a good one. I like too small. Frank Vogel should be a lot higher than he is. You're going to a stacked team.
Yeah.
They just had made a great trade for role players. You are dealing with Bradley Beal, who is now going to be the third scoring option, and he's only ever been a first scoring option. So now that means that your 2 best defenders have to play Cate. They have to play Devin Booker. That means your 3rd best defender has to play Bradley Beal. That should be a good year for Bradley Beal. I think Vogel should be a pretty obvious one. I want to say Nick Nurse, but the James Harden situation is killing me.
Yep.
I do think Nick Nurse is a great head coach. I think he could have did something with the Sixers really well had James Harden just bought in. But James Harden's clearly on his way out. So I'd probably go with Vogel. Like I said, I do obviously want the Thunder guy to win it. I'm a Thunder fan, but I already made my Thunder pick, so I'm going to stay away from it. Even Adrian Griffin wouldn't be a bad one. I mean, he took over in Milwaukee. You wouldn't get Damian Lillard.
Yep.
So I'm probably going to roll with Frank Vogel. Even though I don't think he's that good of a coach. He'll win just off the record alone.
He ain't got to do much.
Yeah, exactly. As long as that team stays healthy and they win their high 50, low 60s games that they're expected to, he should lock it up.
So that's going to wrap up our NBA predictions. Now we have... Do you have it up?
Yeah, I got it up.
Okay.
On mine.
So we're going to go ahead and transition to Jules' laptop. I mean, hopefully you don't see nothing explicit on there. But
Wait a minute. Hey.
But
I already started the list for y'all.
He got us in the trash tier.
I got the Knicks as a championship contender. Obviously, that's spoken for. But trash, you know what I'm saying? The only 2 teams I got is Pelicans, Thunder. Even though I just praising the Thunder like crazy, but fuck y'all. We can start it off though. I'll clear these teams out of here, and we'll start just left from right. So I'll say the name. You guys tell me. We can, I guess, debate about it. We got the Mavericks.
Playing.
They're going to be... What's that second tier?
Playoff team.
What's that third tier?
Playing. So championship, playing.
You know what? I'm going to say playoffs. I'll say they're a playoff team. It's just, I feel like they got better. You got another year with Kyrie and Luka under your belt. And I think Derek Lively is going to be. I mean, he has no choice but to like be a huge contributor season 1.
Yeah, hopefully.
Like literally. So
You're right.
I got them. I got them making the playoffs.
I'm gonna agree with Damian. I'm gonna say playing team. The West is so stacked. It's probably like a 2-3 win difference between that Thunder. Like I said, where I got the Thunder or at the Mavericks. So I mean, 3 wins could be like 5-6 standings. So I'm gonna say playing. So a consensus will be playing, but they could definitely win their playing to be a playoff team.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up we got the Hawks.
Below average.
I think it's like they got a full year. I think Quinn Snyder's a great coach.
I don't like how that team's built. Like,
That's how I'm looking at it. Quinn Snyder's a
why-
great
Quinn
coach.
Snyder's a
I
great-
think
and
they
then,
can
like,
sneak in
it's-
to play in. I think
That's
they
what I'm
can sneak
saying.
in to
Playing
play in.
like that's literally where I have to end it at. He's a great coach, so I gotta go playing.
I love
go
Quinn
playing.
Snyder, man. I just hate how that team is constructed so bad.
I'm gonna say playing though. I don't think the East is that strong, and I mean, I still like Trae Young. I still like DeJounte Murray. It's tough. They're not a good team for sure. They're not. But the East is just like the Hornets are taking shots right now. The Bulls are gonna be depleted very soon. So teams like that, you know, like you got some easy ones coming up. Even the Raptors are getting kind of fucking shaky. Next up, we got the Heat.
Playoff team.
Yeah, I think
They're still a playoff team.
Yeah. You know, they were playing last year. They shouldn't have been. They were pretty awful.
As long as Eric Spoelstra's coaching that team and they still got Butler, they're going to be a playoff team.
Next up, Thunder.
Playoff team.
Playoff team, yeah. Nets.
Playing.
I'm gonna say playoff.
Yeah, I like playoff.
I think they'll be in the playoffs.
I think Ben Simmons just has to. Ben Simmons has to be average at some point.
I know why you're saying playing though, because they were god awful at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's
they
like
were
it's
bad.
like they was like we were so good 'cause, you know, we had Cate and all them, and then they start going
that
down.
drop off, they felt it.
And then, you know, they're kind of going up and down because of Mikal Bridges and then the 3 games of Cam Thomas. So,
Yeah, I feel like being like, oh yeah, Cam Thomas. Remember we hooped him on 2K?
oh yeah, oh my, yo, crazy
did
story,
hoop
y'all.
with Cam
I think I got
Thomas.
clips of it too. We literally
He was
hooped with
like
Cam
going
Thomas.
face.
I vividly remember too that it was a game before they played the Bucks.
We literally
And
spent
he was
3
going
quarters
face.
figuring out who that was.
Yeah, we like who the is C something? He had it was
CT
like
something,
it was
CT3,
something
something,
long.
I don't
We was
know.
like who the and we like yo, that's Cam
Bro,
Thomas.
he
It
was
took us the
going
whole game to
literally
figure it out.
face, like was not giving the Brock up. He had like a 95 dunk, 93, 60 defense. Like, you know what he was there
The
for.
offensive powerhouse.
So
He was.
No, yeah, I do like the Nets still. I like Mikal Bridges. I like Cameron Johnson. Ben Simmons has to show me something. They're everybody, you know, they say it every offseason. But now he's looking healthy. He's looking quick. He's looking back to his old self.
yep, damn.
We'll see how that is.
Yeah.
Exactly. We'll see how that is once he actually starts playing like regular season games. But I do say I think it's the same thing with what Jules said. The East is weak.
Yeah,
At
I'm
the
gonna say
end of the
playoff
day,
team.
they could
I'll
sneak
go
into
playoff team.
you know, even a 8-7-6.
I wish there's a tier between that. Cause
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like fringe playoff.
Like 6 seed,
Yeah, like
7th, like strong
the
7.
bottom, the potential upsetters. I guess you know. I'll say they're a playoff team, like maybe 6-7 seed. You know?
Right.
I mean, you could host a playing game like that. Next up, the Celtics.
Championship.
Trash.
Right.
Timberwolves.
Oh,
I'm gonna go-
I'm below average.
I'm gonna go playing.
I'm gonna
Even
go
I know they
playing
got
too.
Anthony Edwards, but I feel like the Cat and Rudy Gobert situations.
That's
It's
where
so
I'm really hinging on.
nasty.
But I do think Cat is getting moved soon though, and I think that was gonna make their team 100% better because when he went down, they got better. So
It's just because it's hard. You just can't have 2 big men out there like that. I mean, they don't play well off each other. So
They don't.
one of them had to go. Obviously, you just got Gobert though. You can't just.
what?
What am I doing?
Gobert, Cat.
Oh yeah.
My fault. For me, yeah, it just depends what happens with Cat though. That's all it is to it. I mean, without Cat, I'll say they're even a playoff team. But right now, I'll go play in at 10 seed, kind of more or less. I would say 10 seed is like their peak. Okay, so we got the Clippers.
Oh fuck. I don't even know.
I'm gonna go.
One of the hardest mysteries in the world.
I'm gonna go playoffs.
I'm gonna say playoffs only because they took away that thing where you can't have both your styles.
I mean, and even then, I feel like they're still gonna miss games, but it's just hard to imagine a Kawhi and
Should say
Paul George
Lippers.
team. I just can't imagine a team with those 2 players like, oh, they were in the play-in just a year or 2 ago. Yeah, we just beat them.
Yep.
I just, I don't. I'm gonna say this like last year together, so I'm going to say playoffs.
Wizards.
Trash.
Yeah, the bottom.
Unfortunately, probably the worst team in the league right now. Suns.
Championship.
Same.
They gotta see us though. By the way.
Yeah, they gotta beat the Thunder.
Next up, we got the Spurs.
Play in.
I'm going playing as well.
I don't think they're just at that point yet where they gotta be. I mean, this is their first year.
Yeah, they don't got it. They have like nothing to lose kind of thing. So I feel like they'll go in there and just play their ass
But
off.
Pop is like 80. So
Well,
lock in.
Deadpool 3 just got officially delayed.
What
So
got-
May 4th, Deadpool was just officially delayed. Because the strikes aren't ending no time soon.
I forgot
They
he
don't
a
got no
dev,
time to-
y'all.
They don't got no time to film. So.
Yeah, Dev. I don't even know why y'all watch ESPN and live news if y'all can just watch Virtuosos. And Dave got the breaking news right there.
My fault.
Next up, we got the Magic. You were higher than Magic.
I got playing.
So you were pretty much. I'm gonna say playing as well.
Yeah, I feel like if as long as they figure out that front court situation, I feel like they can. They need to move some of them guys around and keep the ones that matter.
We ain't got no below average teams again. We already 12 teams in.
So I'm about to say the Pacers.
Pacers.
I had the Pacers.
I don't know. I think they were playing teams.
Yeah, I think they're below average. I like their pieces. I do. I love Halliburton. I love Mathurin. Buddy Hield's got to go somewhere. Like
Yeah,
he can't be on the Pacers.
It's
no more.
tough because Halliburton's not.
I
on the
don't like
Pelicans,
Miles
man.
Turner. Do I like Quiz? I don't know. Do I like Chris Duarte?
Didn't he get traded?
Oh, maybe he did.
Didn't he get traded to like the Kings or some shit like that?
I think he did.
I think, or some. He got. I'm pretty sure he got traded.
But yeah, it's tough. It's just like they're a piece away, but they don't have that piece on their team right now. So
And they don't seem like they're trying to get that piece either.
maybe Walker steps up, but
Yeah, something like Jairus Walker. Yeah, if he steps up, that'd be nice. But next up, Cavs. We all expect them to get gutted.
playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say playoff team though. I think
I'll
they
say
have.
they
a
still
really good
have
regular
to
season
make
team.
it.
Yeah, they're still gonna make it, but that
They get crazy once they make it though.
they gonna be about the 5th seed. I mean,
Yeah. Next, skip that one. Warriors.
Yeah, what are you doing?
What?
what you doing, bro?
It's spoken for.
Oh, okay.
All right, you got
Warriors.
it.
We're gonna go playoffs.
Yeah, Warriors are so. As long as they got that the
Well, they got
the
Steph,
trio
Clay,
stuff.
Draymond.
Playoffs.
Playoffs.
Oh, New Orleans.
Pelicans.
Below average.
Championship.
Kings. We can move on. Kings. Nah, for where we got the Pelicans at? Because I feel like that's one of the biggest mysteries. Because of the health.
It's the health, bro. It's the health. Like I want to say playoffs, but it's like play in. Like Zion gonna play 13 games.
I'm gonna say playoffs, man. It's like we were number 1 seed. Zion got hurt. That's the
man.
moral.
I
of
mean,
the
that's,
story.
y'all were dominant for a long part of the season. It's just you know what I mean.
Bro, we started out 2023 like first, second seed. Zion gets hurt, going like a 15-game losing streak. Shit was cooked. So I'm gonna say playoff.
I'm gonna go playoff too, though. I do think I have the right structure at least.
It's
So I'll go playoff with you, but one injury take it right down to below average.
Please, Zion. Please.
Next up, we got the Kings. They over.
I'm not gonna lie.
I want to like the beam, but I feel like they overachieved last year.
Here
they
comes
overachieved like a
they
motherfucker.
were like I'm gonna go play in.
Yeah, I feel like they overachieved really bad last year. Like I don't really care too much for Mike Brown. Like Damon said earlier, they did have a lot of really good luck with injuries. No real big
they had
injuries.
everything went right for them, and that's what you want. But if you can't even get past the first round with everything going right, then
They like the Bengals of the NBA, in my opinion. Like you look at their team. Like I mean, they're not horrible. They won 50 games, but it's just everything went their way. It's hard to like replicate that. Every year.
So Deadpool 3 got pushed back, and Captain America: Brave New World will now take his place again.
okay, good. So we're all agreeing on the plan. Next up, we got the Bulls.
Trash.
I think we both in on this either trash.
I'm done with the Bulls. They don't want to rebuild, so I'm
They
done.
don't want to rebuild. You feel me?
I just like I'm not.
Call
I
them
like
trash
DeMar
at this
DeRozan
point.
old, Vucevic old. Kobe White never did anything. Lonzo Ball got no knee.
They cool being mid, so I'm cool putting them
Yeah,
in
I'm
mid
cool
spot.
putting them in the
Cool be a
trash.
mid, I'm
I'm gonna treat you like that.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Lakers.
Championship. They went to the conference finals as like the 7th seed, 8th seed.
That's true.
That's the case. You got to put the Heat in the championship.
Yeah.
I feel like their roster got better.
Nah, I think they're one of the
Yeah,
best
they probably
teams in the
should be
league
a- they
now.
should be a
I
favorite.
think they got better out of the
Yeah,
most.
Like it's
They
like,
went crazy in
They
free agency.
overachieved with the team they had last year, and then they just got better. So
Yeah, they
I
got
got
Jackson
the Lakers.
Hayes.
I'm gonna say championship.
I'm gonna go
contender, though.
championship.
Jackson.
That's my boy, man.
Jackson
hey,
Hayes
that's what they
built.
started.
I'm making a Jackson Hayes bill when I get home though.
All right. 76ers. This one's harder than
I don't even know where I
gonna
want
go-
to put them. Like you would think playoff team, but it's like Where's Harden gonna go? Are they gonna get anything back for Harden?
That's my thing. And then you might even lose Embiid too. So.
Yeah.
It's Embiid is so like he missed a game here and there. James Harden is on he's gonna leave.
I don't trust Tyrese Maxey.
I don't trust Terrence Mann and Tyrese Maxey to win games. But then again, it's like
they looking like
you know what I'm saying? I keep because I was confusing them crazy for like a solid 3 months. But it's like you got an MVP candidate and B. It's hard. I got to make a playoffs.
Yeah, I'll put him in playoff for now. But one bad thing, even like the return on James Harden.
Oh, and they got Tobias Harris. I guess they can do everything. He can shoot, slash, defend.
Should have been All-Star.
Yeah, it should be All-Star.
Nuggets.
Championship. They did lose some
big pieces.
Some bench pieces.
They lost Bones Highland.
Yeah,
they haven't been too fortunate with injuries, and then once they were healthy, they showed out. So
Trash.
I don't know. I would say they're championship contender. But one bad thing going wrong for them is
we got 3 trash teams in a row.
I know, right? We got the Blazers next. Actually, I'm put the Blazers for me. I put below average, and that's only because they got a lot going on. Like, not a lot of structure, but a lot of players.
Yeah, they got dominating.
If Scoop,
they look like the Jazz from last year, just a whole bunch of players.
If Scoop like puts up a solid 18 and like 8, they could push for that playing spot. I truly do. They got
Who's their
Simons. I think Sharp, Chauncey Billups. That's their problem. I don't think Chauncey Billups is that good.
I was gonna say I didn't know Billups was even their head coach.
And Lillard asked for him, by the way. Lillard did ask for that team. So next up, so we put him below average.
Right.
For now.
I do like players from the Pistons, but I don't think they're even below average yet. I really don't.
I'd say below average. I think Cate to take a jump. I think Cate to take that All-Star.
I just don't know if I like. I mean, like I like Duran. I don't like James Wiseman. I don't like Marvin Bagley.
It's so hard to do.
That front court is.
I feel like
crazy.
that front court. It's like if they play 3 games in a week, James Wiseman might be their best center one game.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I care about that front court. Like I like Thompson. I like Ivy. I like Cunningham. I don't know.
They do got Monty Williams as their coach, though. I think Monty Williams is gonna keep.
That's what it is for me too. It's like you got a better coach.
They just got him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They pay him mad when he.
He got bread. I forgot about that. Yeah.
He getting like $70 million.
I like Duran a lot.
Crazy.
I'm
gonna go below average.
I'll go below average. I just don't want to come because they are slowly getting there. They just didn't deal with a crazy injury.
All right, I'm saying Rockets are trash because Skylar's watching.
All right, Rockets trash. Spoken fold. No, I didn't really like the Fred VanVleet move. Dylan Brooks trying too hard. Really corny now. I mean, like at first I was like, yeah, Dylan Brooks not that bad. Nigga's annoying now. I'm not gonna lie. He doing too much.
Grizzlies playing because Ja's missing 25 games.
Yeah, that's true. Grizzlies might be a playing team. I was low on the Grizzlies last year, but I'm sick of being low on them at a point. They gonna keep proving my ass wrong or something.
I got the Grizzlies making a playoff just because I think they going.
Marcus Smart moving the needle for you.
Out of 25 games, I got them winning at least 12 to 13 without Ja.
Yeah, I can see winning. Yeah.
And then Ja comes back, and I'm gonna go playoffs.
If he come back motivated enough, bro, they might win. Take the fucking first.
Because he gonna bring a whole new energy to them. They got Marcus Smart, Jaren Jackson.
I thought last year was
Steven Adams was playing like one of the best centers in the league, like rebounding wise. Like
He's
everything in the air was his. He just couldn't shoot free throws, but I gotta make it playoffs.
Next up, the Toronto Raptors.
Below average.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on that. Losing Fred VanVleet is tough, but it isn't that big of a deal. It's more or less they're just slowly.
You got Dennis Schroeder, a champion.
Yeah, they're just slowly getting worse, kind of thing. Like they're not doing nothing.
The Jazz are probably below
the
average
world
too.
champion.
The Jazz.
Same thing.
Below
Interesting, below average. They got a lot of players, but trending in the wrong direction right now.
Laurie Marketing coming off of the Battlefield in the summer. Could be a top 10.
That picture was really hilarious. He was really in a full Army gear.
Might be the strongest.
Like, why are you 6'8" in Army gear?
Next up, we got the Milwaukee Bucks.
That's championship.
All in agreement as a championship team.
Oh my god, another trash team. Hornets are trash.
Hornets are trash.
I have nothing good to say
we're
about
all on the
Hornets.
same wave with Miles Bridges' situation. And plus,
Miles Bridges gets to play after he beat his girlfriend up, but Kai Jones has a mental breakdown and gets cut.
He's cut.
That is
bro, He's just dropping
insane.
the best songs of the year, bro, and y'all won't cut him.
check his highlights.
They're just dysfunctional, man. LaMelo's kind of an interesting one. Is Terry Rozier still playing there?
Yeah, he's still
Terry Rozier is still
what is
there.
going
I thought
on?
he was going to get moved.
I thought he was going to get moved last year. Terry Rozier still playing for you. You took Brandon Miller with the second overall pick. It's weird.
Yeah. I was more on a scoot train. Get as many good guards as you can. And trade Terry.
Brandon Miller was an undersized center in high school or in college. Now he got to play small forward.
Literally. I don't get it. But This is the final list. We only got 4 trash teams. Seems like NBA's heading in the right direction. They said the Pacers could easily be a playing team. Blazers could easily be a playing team. Pistons could be a playing team. Raptors are getting gutted soon. Jazz seems like they're going to finally tank. Teams in this playoff team slot can turn into contenders with one trade or just one guy elevating. Like the Sixers could easily be a championship contender if they get a good return for Harden or not. We don't know. Cavs probably moving down at some point. Teams like the Hawks, Wolves, Magic, I don't see them moving. Even the Kings, I don't see them moving out of this spot. Anything can happen though. This let's just move the Knicks where they're supposed to be. Knicks are a playoff.
I don't see
team.
that.
Let's just move to where it's supposed to be. So we got 5 championship contenders, which is seems about right now. Well, we'll stick with that for now. Out of these championship contenders, though, who you guys would say win it all?
I would say I'm gonna roll with what I said with the MVP pick. I still think the Bucks, but I would say Bucks Suns.
Bucks would be nice.
Like I said, like the Lakers. Like I said, I do think the Lakers definitely improved probably the best, and you can't ever count out LeBron or Anthony Davis. But that Suns team, I love that trade they did with the Damian Lillard stuff. Like their bench looks good now, and that was the biggest issue they had last year. Was that bench? They had no role players.
Yep.
And they went out there and they got some really good role players. As long as like KD and Beal and Booker play, I don't care about nobody else.
It's tough
Even
for
Nurkic
me.
wasn't a downgrade. Like Nurkic,
Yeah, it wasn't a crazy downgrade.
Yeah, say like I
compared to what
mean,
Ainsley gonna bring.
exactly.
But it's tough because, like, I would say Lakers or Suns, but unfortunately they're in the Western Conference with the Pelicans, and they both got to see us. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
why
but
the
we're talking about
Suns.
championship teams.
You know
so
what
we're
I
talking about
mean?
playoff
Like, I want Zion to do a 360 windmill after every game against the Suns. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Lakers. You know, AD still my favorite player, but you know they want to talk shit on us. They want to take Jackson Hayes. It's cool. We got something for them. So if they wasn't in the West, I would go on to them. But I gotta go with the Bucks. I gotta go with the Bucks. I think this was. I don't want to say the NBA scripted. I hate saying sports is scripted, but like. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks is a small market. Giannis talking his shit. Bro, I would leave. I would leave if the team sucked. They're like, yo, chill. Take Dame. You know what I mean? We'll give you one more championship on the Bucks, and you need to stay. You know what I mean? Keep the small market teams afloat. So
That's really why I said like my MVP pick with Giannis. Like he's clearly at his wit's end.
He just came off a first round loss. I don't even think he won a playoff. Like when he played, I don't even think he won a playoff game. I think he was like 0-3 last year.
So it's
when
like
he played. The only game they won is when he wasn't playing. So I think he'll come back on Avengers. I got Bucks and Pelicans in the finals. I got Pelicans at 7, unbiased, but in all seriousness, I got the Bucks winning. Dame winning his first championship.
Yeah.
Probably gonna drop a whole album.
Oh, he's gonna be unfathomable.
Yeah, he's gonna be the
Nigga
corniest
finger
of
gonna
corn
break.
niggas.
His finger gonna break pointing at his wrist. That clock gonna be broke. Like, yo, chill.
Hands don't work.
Like, yo, Dame time.
He gonna drag it, man. That album gonna be
Oh, he
horrible.
gonna be pointing all over. Ring me.
He like Mark Jackson, like he's mixing it up from the watch to the finger. That first ring.
Respectfully, I'd knock it out.
Respectfully, I'd knock LeBron wife out the park.
Yo, Mark Jackson is gone.
My favorite
I don't know
Mark
who gonna
Jackson
be-
thing ever, man.
Mark Jackson gonna tweet that. He's gone. Like, yo. That's
about
gonna
you,
wrap
Jules?
up. That's gonna wrap up the episode, man. You know, we're gonna start incorporating NBA, you know, here and there. It's tougher to talk about NBA because it's like 10 games by the time we come on here.
Oh, no.
So, you know, we'll figure something out. NFL season, again, Dame team, you know, probably going to the Super Bowl. Browns, meet them, AFC Championship game. We're going to get Caleb Williams, so it's definitely going to be some different times. You know,
It's a big week for Miami this week, man. It's a measuring stick game.
Yeah, that Eagles game.
Yeah. That's
Score prediction real quick. Score prediction.
Yeah, score
They wearing them.
Score-
Kelly Greens.
Kelly Greens. we probably gonna be wearing all white. Like
Yeah, all white. With a little patch of orange, little patch of
have
Go to
white
backflip. Oh, get locked up.
But it's gonna be tough, man. Both teams are dealing with a lot of injuries. Darius Slay hasn't practiced. Devontae Smith ain't practiced.
Yeah.
Lane Johnson, Dolphins, same thing though. No Connor Williams. No Xavier Howard. No Xavier Howard would be crazy. That means we got no cornerbacks. Cate Kohu.
Oh my god.
Eli Apple and Cam Smith. So
Over whatever, bro.
Yeah,
Over
I
whatever.
definitely would take the over, especially if Darius Slay and all them end up missing. Same thing with the Dolphins. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. I got to see if our run game works. We got a top run defense.
Yeah,
that run team, our run has been like a big part of how our pass works.
Yeah.
So you know, if Tua's gonna have to throw it all game, you know what I mean, it might get crazy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. 27-24 Dolphins.
I guess I'll just throw this in there for because I'm probably not gonna be on next week. Play the Bills. Josh Allen, greatest quarterback ever. I think instead of giving y'all a score prediction, I think it'd be impressive if I tell y'all how much we lose by. I think we lose by 25 points.
I said this the other day, man. This is Bills' last game coaching against the Bills.
You know what I mean? I do think Belichick's gonna stay the year. Rob Kraft gonna come in his office like, bro, you're the shittiest GM in the league.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let you be GM. You know what I mean? If you want to stay as coach, go ahead. Bill Belichick, you're not gonna let him. He's gonna walk away. So this is gonna be that game. The Patriots is like we're like 10-point underdogs at home. We're cooked. Mac Jones probably one of his last games ever in the NFL, but it's cool. You know what I mean? I got the Bills beating us 30 to 13.
You think I scored 13? That's nice.
I'm done, bro. I think it's because in the AFC East, you know what I'm saying? We might score a touchdown or two.
No wrong with that.
Yes, you know what I mean? But Bills will whoop our ass. But thank you guys for tuning in. Jules, you're in the seat, so you gotta do it. We gotta close the show. Black Panther, if you can't finish it, I will.
That tight ass.
I'm good.
That is not T'Challa. That's not T'Challa.
That's Tyler, man. But to close the show, this might be my last week for a couple weeks. I got a promotion at my job, so it might be my last week for a couple weeks. But I trust both Damian and Damon to hold the fort down.
That's the Panther right there.
I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'll be back. Hope I'll be back. The Browns are 5-2, and and T'Challa still be here. On the count of three, Wakanda forever. 1, 2, 3.
Wakanda forever. Oh, yeah, boy. That mask tight as fuck on your head. Take that off. I know you can't breathe.
All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Yo. Oh, shit.
Boy, that shit is rough as fuck.